Howdy gang, I'm back. So today we're working on the number 2, or this week you might be working on the number 2 at home. Again, we were working on this number before we left for all this craziness. And the number 2 looks like I'm holding up 1, 2 fingers. And when we like to do math in class with the number 2, we always practice on our hand, showing what the number looks like, and we count 1, 2, and then usually someone gets to pick if they want to clap their hands 2 times, tap the table 2 times. We used to touch our nose, but we're not supposed to touch our face, so maybe we want to give 2 elbow bumps to somebody to practice, or we want to shake our hands 2 times, whatever it may be. Any groups of 2. We might want to even stomp our feet 2 times, but we are just focusing on the number 2. We can point out things that we have. We have 1, 2 hands. We have 1, 2 feet. So we can point different things out on our bodies that we have 2 of. 1, 2 elbows. Anything like that works out. But this is what our numbers usually look like in the classroom. It's hard to see, but down here I've got some texture things, so when the kids touch it, they can see for those of them that need the texture on there. It's just some hot glue on there. So I'm going to go ahead and start with teaching them the number 2. This week, when you work on the number 2, moms and dads, grandmas, papas, all that, you can work on finding things in a house that are in 2. You can work on just putting a bucket of toys together and having them pick 2 items out. Practice writing the number 2, and at the end of the video, I'll show you what that looks like. You just practice making 2 motions of everything that anything and everything that you want to. You can point out if you happen to be in the car, you see 2 cars driving by, or 2 trees, 2 birds in the sky. If you're outside walking, you can point out 2 flowers if you find in them. So I think you guys get the hint. So in class, we always are at the table. Sometimes we're at the mat, but generally we're at the table. We have our math bucket with items in here, and the kiddos get to pick 2 items out of, or whatever number we're working on. And we generally set it on our mat here. Oh, my number 1 got squished. And they set it up here, and then they use their pointer finger. So we're going to go ahead. This is a little tricky to do it this way, so I may not use the mat, but this sometimes is helpful if you guys do want to use something at home, even just writing 2 boxes and writing the number 1 and 2, and then, as we continue to work on numbers as we go around. So, all right, gang, here we go. Today we're going to work on the number 2. And we're going to go 1, 2, 2 fingers up, 1, 2, and today I'd like to clap my hands 2 times. Are you ready? Get your hands ready. Here we go. 1, 2. Good job. And then next, I think I'm going to tap the table 2 times. 1, 2. Ready? Get our hands ready. Here we go. 1, 2. And then I'm just going to lift my my arms up 2 times. Here we go. 1, 2. All right, 2 motions. Next, I have my big math bucket here. Everybody remember this math bucket full of sponges and cupcakes and little people and blocks and little bats and rings. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get 1, 2 items out. So here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm going to set it on our math mat here. 1, 2. I have my 2 items. So normally, let's see if I can set it down. We have 1, 2. We're going to take our pointer finger and we're going to practice 1, 2. And then, now I'm going to put them back in my box. After all my friends have counted, I'm going to put them back in my box and I'm going to count when I put them back. You ready? 1, 2. 2 in the box. All right, and today we're going to practice writing our number 2. Again, we can trace it with our pointer finger. If mom, dad, grandma, or papa want to draw something for us, we can make 2s and salts. We like to make our 2s and whipped cream in class. But make sure if you're using whipped cream, guys, that you practice tracing before you eat it. That's the favorite part. So a 2, it's going to be a little tricky for Miss Jamie, but a 2 is around and back on the railroad track. So that's how a 2 goes. And we can just practice. And you can say that around and back on the railroad track as a reminder to them how that looks. But that's my number 2. A little sloppy, but that's what it looks like. We also have been working on finding groups of 2. So I'm going to set some groups down here and move my camera down there in a minute and talk about that. All right, so down here I have my groups thing. I have 1, 2, 3 sponges. I have 1, 2 muffins, and 1 block. So normally I would present this to the kiddos like this, and I would do it just like that. I would count and say what I have: 1 block, 1, 2 muffins, 1, 2, 3 sponges, and I would ask them to find the group that has 2. They'd be a little more spread out, but my computer's not allowing me to spread out without you guys seeing. So I would ask them to find it. They're really good about grabbing the right one. So yay, we found 2. Out of all my groups, I had 2 muffins. With the grouping part, I would make sure that the items are similar. They don't necessarily have to be the same color. It could be different color blocks, but you want like all blocks, all muffins, and they can be anything that you have around the house: spoons, forks, any kind of toy that you might have, books, anything like that. You can even rip up paper and make groups of paper for them to grab, but you want to make sure that the items are the same. So those are the things that we've been doing in math and how we've been doing it, and hopefully that helps. So I will see you guys later. Enjoy. Get some good math in. Find some things of 2, whether it's inside the house or you get to go outside on some of the nicer weather days. And enjoy. We'll see you later. Bye.